Good morning ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 1st of February. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. Now, let's start. SAMPRITI is a joint military training exercise between India and which country? So, it is a joint military exercise between India and Bangladesh, and the 9th edition of SAMPRITI will be in Meghalaya. Last edition, that means the 8th edition, held in Bangladesh, and this edition is going to be in India in Meghalaya. Now, Bangladesh was also in news as it is the top country in Global Gender Gap Index in South Asia. Overall, it is on 50th position, and this Global Gender Gap was released by World Economic Forum, and recently the meeting of World Economic Forum held in Davos, and Union Minister Mr. Piyush Goyal led the Indian delegation in this meeting, and India's ranking in Global Gender Gap is 112. India recently observed Martyrs' Day on 30th of January to pay homage to which Indian leader? So, Martyrs' Day is observed on 30th of January to pay homage to the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Actually, 23rd of March is also observed as the Martyrs' Day to pay the tribute to the three freedom fighters Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev. So, 23rd of March as well as 30th of January is observed as Martyrs' Day. Which Indian journalist has been selected as the recipient of 2019-20 PEN Gauri Lankesh Award? So, this award is given to the individual or organization which works in the field of journalism and shows tremendous courage and democratic journalism. And this time, Mr. Yusuf Jamil was selected for this award. Now, if we talk about PEN, it is International Global Association of Writers, and it was founded in 1921. And Mr. Yusuf Jamil was selected for this award for his journalism in Jammu and Kashmir during the insurgency period. Now, Jammu and Kashmir is a union territory. The state of Jammu and Kashmir was bifurcated into two union territories, Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory, and this was done on 31st of October. It is also celebrated as National Unity Day as it is the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel, while from 26th of January, the merger of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli became effective. As per the recent Economic Outlook survey released by FICCI, that is FICCI, what is the estimated GDP growth forecast for 2019-20? So, the estimated annual GDP growth forecast for 2019-20 is 5%, as per the Economic Outlook survey released by FICCI, that is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. And recently, FICCI was in news as Sangeeta Reddy became the new president of FICCI. And this Economic Outlook survey was released by FICCI. Now, there is a World Economic Outlook that is released by IMF. On the other hand, there is Global Economic Prospectus. It is released by World Bank. Apart from that, there is a World Employment and Social Outlook. It is released by ILO, that is International Labour Organization. ILO was established in 1919 and the headquarters of ILO is in Geneva. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs recently? So, recently Mr. M. Ajit Kumar was appointed as the new chairman of CBIC, and this appointment was confirmed by ACC, that is Appointment Committee of Cabinet. The previous chairman of CBIC was Mr. Pranab Kumar Das. Ajmal Sultanpuri, who passed away recently, was the renowned poet in which language? Right answer is Urdu. So, he was well-known Urdu poet and recently he passed away. The Department of Telecom, India, has recently taken over the process to issue and manage the allocation of IMEI. Now, the question is, what is the full form of IMEI? So, IMEI stands for International Mobile Equipment Identity, and it is a 15-digit serial number on the mobile device it should be noted that it is a unique serial number. So it helps in the identification of mobile device, and it is allocated by GSMA. In India, MSAI is the official reporting authority of GSMA. Now recently, Department of Telecom has taken over the process of issuing and allocating the IMEI numbers for mobile phones in India. MSAI was a private body. The full form of MSAI is Mobile Standards Alliance of India. So recently, Department of Telecom took over from MSAI, and now this Department of Telecom will allocate the IMEI numbers for mobile phones in India. If we talk about GSMA, it is GSM Association, that is Global System for Mobile Communications Association, and it was formed in 1995. The headquarters is in London in UK, and recently elections held in UK and Mr. Boris Johnson got re-elected as the Prime Minister of UK. Khadi wristwatches have been recently launched by the KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, in association with which company? So recently, Union Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari launched Khadi wristwatches, and these watches have been manufactured by a joint initiative of KVIC and Titan. So these watches have been launched on the death anniversary of Gandhiji. And as per the announcement made by KVIC, 1 square meter of Khadi fabric is used for manufacturing 10 such watches. If we talk about KVIC, it is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and recently KVIC was in news as it started first silk processing plant in Surendranagar district in Gujarat for the Patola saris. KVIC was also in news as recently it launched leather mission in Sirohi district of Rajasthan for the upliftment of lives of marginalized community. KVIC was also in news as recently it launched first terracotta grinder in Varanasi. So with the help of this grinder, terracotta items can be reframed. Who has been appointed as next Ambassador of India to Nepal? So Mr. Vinay Mohan has been appointed as India's next Ambassador to Nepal. Previously, India's Ambassador to Nepal was Mr. Manjeev Singh Puri, and now Mr. Vinay Mohan is going to take his place. Mr. Vinay Mohan is currently serving as the India's Ambassador to France. Apart from him, recently Mr. Taranjit Singh Sandhu has been appointed as India's Ambassador to USA, as previous Indian Ambassador to USA was Mr. Harshvardhan Sringla, and now he has been appointed as the new Foreign Secretary. The previous Foreign Secretary was Mr. V.K. Gokhale. Apart from this, recently one more Indian Ambassador was, and he is Mr. Abhay Kumar. He is India's Ambassador for Madagascar, and recently he was in news as he handed over 1 lakh textbooks to Madagascar. Madagascar was also in news because of Cyclone Dian, and because of this cyclone there was huge destruction, and therefore Indian Navy launched Operation Vanilla to provide assistance to the cyclone affected population of Madagascar, and this operation was started by Indian Navy. Which Indian think tank has been ranked among top 30 think tanks globally as per the recent report? So recently, Global Go to Think Tank Index report was released, and as per this index, ORF, that is Observer Research Foundation, has been placed among the top 30 think tanks globally at 27th rank. So ORF is on 27th rank. Last year, ORF was on 118th position. Now ORF was also in news recently as Ministry of External Affairs and ORF organized Raisina Dialogue, and the theme of this year's dialogue was Navigating the Alpha Century. If we talk about MEA, the present minister is Mr. S. Jayasankar. He is member of Rajya Sabha from state of Gujarat. Which global technology company recently announced $1 million grant to promote news literacy in our country? So this announcement was made by Google. So recently Google announced this 1 million grant for a non-profit news literacy organization named Intern News. And as a part of this initiative, workshops will be organized in the Indian cities to inculcate news literacy and to counter the fake news. Now, if we talk about Google, recently Google was in news as Airtel and Google collaborated, and through this collaboration, Airtel will offer G Suite services to small and medium-sized businesses in our country. Recently, Airtel was also in news as it got approval from Department of Telecommunications to increase the FDI limit up to 100% from the earlier limit of 49%. Now, if we talk about FDI, answer in comment box which country was the largest recipient of FDI. Also answer from which country India received maximum FDI. Which state has recently banned all type of online lottery schemes in the state. So, this decision was taken by the state government of Punjab to ban all types of online lottery schemes. Punjab was also in news as recently Punjab passed resolution against CAA, that is Citizenship Amendment Act. So far, 4 states have passed resolution against CAA requesting the central government to withdraw CAA. These 4 states are Kerala, Punjab, Rajasthan and West Bengal. Kerala was also in news as it approached Supreme Court under Article 131 against CAA. Apart from that, Kerala was also in news as recently the first case of coronavirus was confirmed in Kerala. Now, I have uploaded a special video on coronavirus. You can watch that. CAA is Citizenship Amendment Act and it contains the provisions of citizenship for 6 religious communities from 3 countries, and the cutoff date is 31st of December 2014, and it won't be applicable to the areas of 6th schedule and areas of ILP, that is inner line permit. Answer in comment box recently in which state inner line permit was implemented. Mathew Satya Babu, who recently passed away, was associated to which sports? So he was associated to basketball and he was captain of basketball team. Recently he passed away in Chennai. Which Indian sports person recently became the first ever hockey player to win the World Games Athlete of the Year award? So she is Miss Rani Rampal and she became the first ever hockey player to win World Games Athlete of the Year award. Nagoba Jatara, a tribal festival, is celebrated in which state or union territory? Is celebrated in which state of India? So it is celebrated in Telangana and it is celebrated by the Mesaram clan of Gond tribes of Telangana, and the god Nagoba is worshipped by the people during this festival. Now, if we talk about Telangana, the state was also in news as it is celebrating 2020 as Year of Artificial Intelligence. Telangana was also in news as it is the first state in India to use facial recognition software for the local body elections. Apart from that, Telangana was also in news because of India Corruption Survey 2019. And as per this survey, Telangana is the most corrupted state in South India. Overall, Rajasthan and Bihar are the top corrupted states in the country, and Telangana was the most corrupted in South India. India's first fruit train for export was flagged off recently in which state? So, recently the first of its kind fruit train of the country was recently flagged off from Andhra Pradesh, and this train will deliver content to Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Mumbai. So, from Andhra Pradesh to Mumbai, this will deliver content, and from there, this will be exported to Iran. So, this was India's first fruit train for the export. That means the train will transport the fruit content from Andhra Pradesh to Maharashtra, and from there it will be exported to Iran. Now, it should be noted that Andhra Pradesh has topped the fruit production in country. It should be noted that Andhra Pradesh is the top fruit producer in our country as per the recent data by the Ministry of Agriculture. Andhra Pradesh was also in news because of Dasha Act and because of its decision to deliver sand at the doorsteps. Apart from that, Andhra Pradesh was also in news because of its decision to pass a resolution to abolish Legislative Council of State. Answer in comment box. At present, how many states have Legislative Council? Christine Sinclair, who recently became the world's all-time leading goal scorer in football belongs to which country? So C is the footballer of Canada and C is the captain of Canada national team. C recently created a record of becoming the world's all-time international leading goal scorer. Which global firm has recently developed a new artificial intelligence model to protect the endangered whale species? So this has been developed by Google to protect the whale species. So this artificial intelligence model uses underwater audio to listen to the sounds of whale, and therefore it can display the location of whales so that they can be protected in case of sickness or accidents. Now, if we talk about Google, the parent company of Google is Alphabet and the present CEO of Google is Mr. Sundar Pichai. What is the estimated GDP growth rate of India according to the latest economic survey in the next fiscal year? So the estimated GDP growth is 6 to 6.5%. Recently, economic survey was presented by CEA, that is Chief Economic Advisor, Mr. Krishnamurthy Subramanian, and it was tabled in the Parliament by the Union Finance Minister, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman. So as per this economic survey, the GDP growth is expected to be between 6 to 6.5% in the fiscal year 2020-2021, while in the present fiscal it is expected as 5%. Now these are some highlights of economic survey. You can take a screenshot. I am going to upload a video of possible questions on economic survey in a day or so. So these were the important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.